What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack. I'm going to tell you why I think that Hex is going to go to new all-time highs by the end of the sacrifice set. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into these charts.
You big all sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want to 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. Two really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
So I have taken 2 COVID tests and I am positive for COVID on both tests. That's why I didn't make a video yesterday. I'm sorry about that, but I could walk like 10 feet before I collapsed. I thought I was gonna have a brain aneurysm. I'm feeling better today, so let's jump right into these charts. We have an engulfing candle. It looks pretty bad right now. We are in a daily downtrend. It is just kind of chopping around. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. We are in a 4-hour downtrend. If we look at this white line right here, it is rejecting down to the S1 pivot right here at about 45,870. It looks pretty bad right now. It looks like sell side volume is increasing and the next stop is at about 44,300. Let's hope we can get a nice bounce and reverse right there. I'm not too confident. Let's take a look at Hex on the daily chart. Hex bullish engulfing candle right here on the daily 200 exponential moving average. I am fully expecting a bounce attempt right here. It did have a massive dump after the PulseX sacrifice. As you can see, we have $178 million worth of Hex that is sacrificed. Now, this is $178 million of sell side pressure that has disappeared in Hex. And this is Richard's bubble. We're going to keep doing sacrifice phases for different projects on PulseX, and they will never sell this. That's why, and that's how Hex can go to absolutely like $10 because they're going to keep inflating this bubble by burning this Hex. It is going to be pretty crazy. I am a little bit surprised how hard it dumped. Traders took profits. Traders are doing what traders are going to do. So what I did was I bought some Hex and then I sacrificed half, and I'm waiting until the end to sacrifice it because I am fully expecting it to pump. Yes, I'm a little bit underwater right here, but I believe that this is going to hit AF before the end of the sacrifice set for PulseX. Yes, I'm excited about PulseX, but I think it's a long-term hold, guys. I don't think we're going to get rich right when it comes out. It's basically like a safe moon. It's going to pump. You're in the entry level, but what I am concerned about is how much is being sacrificed. There is no hard cap here. I mean, we got about $300 million that have been sacked for PulseX. That is a lot of interest, but remember, 178 million of it is going to be effectively burned, but still it almost seems like everybody who wants to get into PulseX is going to get into PulseX. So it worries me a little bit that Richard's just a little too greedy. Who is left to buy? If everybody goes this hard, who is left to buy? I'm fully expecting, I think a lot of people are going to come in at the end with Hex. I'm fully expecting this to be close to $500 million to $750 million, just like Pulse Chain. I think a lot of people missed out on Pulse Chain and are FOMOing into this. That's the only problem. The only thing I'm concerned about is we are not going to have any other interests, especially with how brash Richard is and how much people hate Richard, that are the 80% of the crypto community normies going to sign up for this. I think if it does start pumping, they will. I think Pulse is going to do really good, but I think it's more of a long-term play. So don't blow your load on this because I think it's super long-term. Let's take a look at Hex on the 4-hour chart. It looks like it wants to death cross right here. 4-hour death cross is not something I'm too crazy about, but it looks like it wants to gain that 4-hour uptrend. That would be nice to get a nice big pump, and it'll pump the numbers of the sacrifice set, and it'll be good for everybody. I think really with how much Hex that has been deleted out of the universe with this, I think this thing has no choice but to go up. I am a believer. This is Richard's bubble. Ethereum, nothing interesting here. Bear flag, bear pull, bear flag. It looks bad. It might pump all the way up here to 3,900. That's probably a short. Not gonna lie. ADA, daily downtrend. Sand trying to hold the uptrend. It looks like it's floating through. Mana, the incel's dream, in a daily downtrend. And Avalanche trying to hold the uptrend. I think it just depends on what Bitcoin is going to do. Samsung smart TVs and NFTs collide. Samsung introduces the world's first television-based NFT platform. I'm a little bit leery of this. What are they going to try to sell us? It's a big corporation. They're going to want to sell you anything. You like NFTs? We got NFTs. Are they going to channel OpenSea? It really doesn't say. Or are they going to have their own generic NFTs that you can buy? My guess is it's probably going to be like show related. Like maybe you could buy an NFT from a show. It's like an original collectible item, which can later be traded for more. Like just by buying this show, maybe you could resell it for more later since it's digitally scarce. That does sound really cool. I think the future with technology, media, and crypto mixing together, I think the possibility is endless. And with cryptocurrency, it really empowers the people. Is Samsung just trying to build hype and pump their stock price, kind of like AMC or like GameStop, or they just mention cryptocurrency and it just starts pumping to the moon? I don't think so. It says it's going to have a new gaming hub, a watch all, and an NFT platform in their new micro LED TVs, in their new smart hub. I think this is going to be a really cool feature. It seems like they're trying to embrace this metaverse thing just like everybody else and try to connect with your TV more. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I really don't watch a lot of TV shows. I think they have like a lot of politics and like virtue signaling, and it just gets old, you know, like, so I haven't really been watching it. Like, I usually watch YouTube or like crypto content or like macro finance content, but I would be willing to give this a chance. Hey, and it's also going to be pumping our bags. This is definitely going to on-ramp normies into the crypto space, get them thinking, get them buying. So this is good for all of us. A salute to Samsung. I think what they're doing is a good thing. U.S. inflation skyrockets. The White House blames monopolies. Economist calls for price controls. This is really, really bad. In this article, basically the White House is blaming inflation on like meat companies and Amazon and stuff like that, basically being greedy corporations, even though the reason why we have inflation is something to do with that $5 trillion that they printed and gave it all to their buddies and cronies. This is absolute abysmal. One guy here says price controls are the thing every government does before the whole thing collapses. Unfortunately, the only way to stop inflation is to let the whole thing collapse. That way we can get rid of misallocation of resources, misallocation of investments, and some of this stuff has to go bust. We cannot keep printing money and running zombie corporations. If they start setting price controls for meat and then these meat companies go bust, then what's going to happen? The government is going to have to do some bailouts, print some money and keep them going. Essentially, what that will mean is the government will be in charge of the meat companies, straight up Soviet Russia style. That's how they can hostily take over the private sector. This is absolute asinine and crazy. These people are centrists and central planners. These people have to go. If we're going to have any type of freedom at all, these guys have got to go. We need to go through a deflationary event, and it's going to hurt. Like I always say, we are in a recession. We are in an inflationary recession. The only difference is a traditional deflationary recession, nobody has any money to buy anything. In an inflationary recession, you have money, but you can't afford anything because it's too expensive. So one way or another, we are looking at a little bit of hard times. And the best thing that you could do is hold assets, hold crypto, hold equities, because that is the only way you're going to maintain your purchasing power. But at some point, that isn't even going to work, and this whole house of cards is going to fall. I hope that the Fed can get their act together and these guys can pull their head out of their ass and hopefully save this somehow without some catastrophic failure, but it doesn't look good right now. More billionaires turning to crypto on fiat inflation concerns. There you go. We got billionaires buying our bags. Doesn't that feel good? He says he has 2 or 3% of his portfolio in cryptocurrency just in case fiat goes to hell. Also, Bridgewater Associates founder Ray Dalio is now another renowned billionaire who revealed that he has Bitcoin and Ether in his portfolio, but he has not said how much. Everyone's saying cash is trash on the concerns of a 4-decade high inflation rate of 6.8%. And we all know that that is very low. It's more like 10 to 15% if you use the CPI numbers from the 1980s. All of this has been fudged. So what does this tell you? Actually, it makes me seem like the top is in just because like the herd is always wrong and everybody is saying cash is trash at this moment. So I feel like with these rising interest rates that we might have a deflationary event. Remember, like these markets tend to move to the most wreckedness. So if everybody thinks it's going down and volume is super, super low, they're going to pump, by they, I mean whales, they're going to pump the market, short squeeze everybody, and try to get people to buy the top. These candles, they come out of nowhere and they go the other way as well. You know, there's the dollar milkshake theory where the United States dollar, even though everybody's debasing their currency, is still going to be the king. Everybody is going to run to dollars because if you sell equities, you got to buy something, and that's the dollar. Just like you sell ETH, you know, you put it into Bitcoin. So I don't know. It makes me think that we are going to have some sort of deflationary event, but you can't count on that. Remember, the trend is your friend. In the last 10 years, the trend has been up and to the right for equities and crypto. So can we have a deflationary event? Yes, but I wouldn't be betting on it. I would just hedge, have some dollars just in case the shit goes to hell, which it very easily can. But anyways, guys, we're getting to be about at the 10-minute mark. Thank you for watching. Consider joining the Wolf Pack. Throw me a like and a sub. I'm so dedicated to my dogs. I'm doing these videos in COVID with low volume of news and low interest in Bitcoin. So let's stick together. Let's get this money together, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.